for God's sake! So guys, today we're back with another episode on the trailer restore in this Yamaha series. It's kind of like taking its own mini-series, taking the thunder away from the Jetski. But it's worth it because ultimately we're restoring a 26-year-old trailer and well, so far it's looking pretty epic. So far, if you haven't watched it, go back, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button whilst you're at it. We've customized wheel fenders. We spent a whole episode, color matching and spraying, but it's an epic video. We've discussed all of the parts that I'm going to be changing on the trailer, spending lots of money on, which Megan doesn't want me to. We've been to the metal shop to get the trailer modified. Some nice welding B-roll there, which is always good on camera. And then I spent a whole episode, last episode, also go back and watch, removing rust off a 26-year-old trailer. That wasn't quite as fun of an episode. And then today, we're taking the trailer apart with one of these, the constructive way to take a trailer apart, the correct way, and then one of these, which normally comes into action. This is my nice shiny one, it'll be an older one in the video, to actually get aggressive and remove some of the bolts once they start irritating me. And then next episode, which you definitely want to hit the subscribe button, we're going to the powder coaters. Now the powder coaters is where everything starts to come together. If you haven't watched the powder coating process, that is definitely worth a watch. But for now, this is the intro to the disassembly video. Disassembly. I can never say that correctly. Let's just say taking the trailer apart. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to start to reduce my intros and outros because you guys actually probably want to watch the content, not me talking all the time. I'm going to bring these into practice. Which one? And let's get on with the video.
So straight out of the gate, I was pretty happy and surprised. The 26-year-old trailer with bolts that old actually was coming apart with a little bit of soft encouragement. So an easy way to not get yourself into a mess at a later stage when you reassemble is put parts back together like I'm doing here so that I can obviously source the bolts and new bolts easily and know exactly where they sit.
Moving at all.
Okay, so we started strong, but we soon ran into trouble. This bolt here was not moving. So I applied some WD-40, moved on, and then hopefully when I come back, it's gonna move. If not with some encouragement, i.e. the hammer. So the bolt I'm actually releasing here is actually the securing bolt, which holds the angle of the actual bunk support. So by loosening this, I was hoping it would then make the actual bolt easier to come out. That was the theory anyway.
I've got to be careful because I don't want to bend it or warp it. It's like it's fused in place. I don't know what's going on. Come on, wiggle. No chance. For God's sake!
So at this point, I temporarily omitted the feet, added WD-40, moved on, and I was going to come back to it at the end with some heat. I managed to loosen off one bolt after lots of elbow grease and nearly smashing my knuckles off, but the other one was not releasing, so I was going to need the angle grinder, but before that I needed to remove the tyre so I didn't end up putting a hole through the side of the tyre. Okay, so the grinder came out eventually. I did pretty well, but these bolts were just not moving. What happened here is the bolt was actually untightening on the other side collar, which was sat inside of the rubber, which is essentially just spinning within itself. So I gave it a go, but ultimately the grinder was actually going to be called into action again.